Hey socialites, so today is an exciting video. I'm going to be reviewing Burberry's latest fragrance, which is Burberry Goddess Parfum, or Parfum is what it's called. And so Burberry Goddess, the original, is one of my favorite perfumes. I think it smells incredible. Now they also launched the Burberry Goddess Intense, which I picked up. I do have a full review of that one as well, so I'll leave a link right there in case you want to check it out. So they recently released Burberry Goddess Parfum, and I picked up a travel size. Okay, so these perfumes have gotten a bit expensive. This travel size, which is like a 9.7 ml, is $40. And it goes up to $199 for the 3.3 ounce. So if you're new here, my name is Ariell. I do mainly beauty videos, fragrance, and a little bit of lifestyle. So if those are the type of videos you're into, I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button and come join the family. So if you know anything about the original Burberry Goddess, this is like a straight up vanilla, like a sophisticated vanilla fragrance that's sort of heavy on the lavender. So it gives like warm, comforting, robust dose of vanilla with like that clean freshness that you get from lavender, right? Per Fragrantica, they categorize this new Burberry Goddess Parfum as a sweet vanilla scent, but on Ulta's website, they categorize it as an ambery leathery scent. I would categorize it as like a sweet vanilla leathery scent. So I've been wearing this already for 3 days maybe. I wore it today as the scent of my day. It's like 10 o'clock right now. So let me refresh myself on the opening. Ooh, y'all, when it opens up, it's a nice sweet vanilla, but immediately those leathery suede type notes come in there. To my nose, it's a different type of vanilla scent than the original Burberry Goddess, because this vanilla almost gives like a yummy marshmallow. And as it dries down on my skin, I get like sweet vanilla, leathery, and then something in here starts to get a bit more earthy. And the more it dries down, it starts to become like a vanilla, leathery, sort of earthy scent. And leather can be like that sometimes. To my nose, leather can sometimes give like that suede, sort of earthy, a little bit aromatic as well. So the new Burberry Goddess Parfum opens up with lavender essence and raspberry accord. In the mid, we have vanilla infusion, vanilla caviar, and vanilla absolute. So there's a heavy dose of vanilla in the mid, which you get throughout the fragrance for sure. And in the base, you get suede leather accord, which lasts the longest on my skin. So let's talk a little bit about the leather note that's in the perfume. That's the standout note in the perfume and what makes it so unique and different from the first two versions of Burberry Goddess. So this leather definitely is leathering, okay? It's not like a really soft, like passive leather, okay? It's not extremely robust, so I feel like if you don't like a leather note, which to me, when I heard that leather was in this fragrance, I was thinking it was going to be overly masculine and something that I wouldn't prefer to wear, but I think it's beautiful and I would absolutely wear it. If you've ever smelled Kayali's Vanilla Oud, and how the oud, which is typically a really strong note that could lean masculine sometimes and be a turn off, how the oud is just very soft and just subtle. Now the leather in Burberry Goddess Parfum is not soft and subtle like that. The leather has very much a presence, but to me, it's not like overbearing to the point where it's masculine or it's a complete turn off for me. And I'm one that usually goes for more mass appealing fragrances, more like girly or womanly, sweet, kind of more safe fragrances. Now I do have my share of unique perfumes that may be a turn off to the girly girl perfume lovers, but for the most part, notes like leather and oud are usually a miss, but in this one, it's good. It's not too overpowering to my nose. So a couple days ago, when I picked up the perfume, I had to take AJ to the pool. So I wanted to do a wear test. I put it on. I had it on for about maybe 8 hours. So we were at the pool for about 4 hours, and I don't know if it was because the sun was just scorching that day, but it had the most amazing scent bubble around me that just smelled like a yummy, almost like vanilla, but think about the vanilla that would be in a marshmallow, like a powdery vanillic marshmallowy scent that was given slightly woodsy, slightly smoky, which leather can give that sometimes. And y'all, the fragrance was just permeating and it just smelled yummy the entire 4 hours, and it lasted on my skin that particular day about 7 hours or so. I smelled it all the way until I took a shower. But by that time, by that 7-hour mark, it had become a lot more soft on my skin, and what stuck around the most was like that leathery suede note. I also kept getting whiffs of something that smelled clean, which is obviously the lavender that's in here. And if you know anything about the original, you definitely get that lavender that's just so fresh. You get it in here, but because it has leather in it, that lavender is not as pronounced, but you definitely get that little bit of freshness. Let's talk a little bit about who I think this perfume is for. I think if you like the original Burberry Goddess, you may like this. And I say may because that leather note could be a turnoff, but it wasn't a turnoff for me. So if you like sort of vanilla clean fragrances, or if you like vanilla woodsy fragrances, you may like this. And I think it's perfectly unisex for a man or a woman. When I smell it, it doesn't give me female or male. It's just straight down the middle. Now, I did ask my husband if he would wear this, and he said no, but when I smell it, I feel like it would be gorgeous on him. I really do. I don't know. I kind of thought that because I bought it for me, that may be why he said he wouldn't wear it. He said it was a little bit too floral and a little bit too sweet for him. I didn't think it was super floral at the time, but when he said it, I do smell something a bit floral. I'm thinking it's just the lavender that gives like a fresh floral, not like, to me, not like something that's like over feminine or anything like that. And I think this perfume would be for like mid-20s or late 20s and up. Because of the leather in here, this is a perfume that I don't think like a 21-year-old or 18-year-old would gravitate towards. Now, if you're wondering if this is like a sexy date night scent, I would say that this perfume can take you from day to night. I would wear this because the last few days I've been wearing it like during the day, out and about. And actually today, my husband requested that I wore this today. That's how much he likes it on me. So during the day, it smells amazing. But because it does have that moody, leathery note in there, I think it would be gorgeous as a date night fragrance as well. So this will take you from day to night. And I think it will take you year round because that vanilla and that leather just gives me comforting vibes, like winter vibes. When I smelled it, I immediately thought like sweater weather, some leather boots, or like a sweater dress or something like that. Now we're going to circle back to the lasting power, because the first day I wore it, I was outside in the heat for like 4 hours, and it seemed like it lasted longer then. So the past 2 days that I've worn it, I get about 3 hours of it smelling exactly like it does when I first smell it. And after like that 3-hour mark, maybe 3.5, it starts to get softer on the skin, but smelling just the same. And then maybe an hour or two after that, it sort of wears down. And what I'm left with is like a little bit of like a sweet, leathery note on the skin. And at about that 7-hour mark, 7.5 maybe, it dies completely down. And it's really hard for me to smell it. I could barely smell it, and my husband could barely smell it at about that mark as well. And even on my clothes, which I was surprised about. So this is one that you really want to overspray. And as far as layering or ways to make the fragrance last a little bit longer, if that's something that you wanted to do, I would recommend layering it with like your favorite like vanilla body cream or body butters. If you still have your Fenty Vanilla Dream, that would be great. Or your EOS Vanilla Cashmere, or anything vanillic like that would be pretty good to layer it with. Or if you didn't want to change the scent up at all, you could just do like a baby oil gel and just spray it down. Don't like rub, your wrists or your hands together. Just spray it, let it air dry on that baby oil gel. And I know for a fact you'll probably get at least another couple of hours of wear with any of your fragrances. So that's my 1-2 on the new Burberry Goddess Parfum. Let me know if this is something you guys are interested in trying. How did you guys feel about the OG? Let's talk in the comments. I'll have the perfume link right there on the YouTube shopping tab for your convenience. convenience. So if you're new, welcome again. I'd love for you to join the family by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for Affordable Friday.
'Cause I've been where you are. You're too scared to show me love. 'Cause too fresh with the scars.